Hey everyone. I don't know how many people I have in the chat, but give me 1 second. Okay, dokie. Let's see. Not sure how many people is here. I'm echoing for some. Give me a second. Let me know if you can hear an echo. Okay, it may just be on my end. If you're in the chat, please let me know. Okay, so we'll get started. I don't know who's here, but today we're about the job market, and we all know that the job market is terrible. Okay, I can't get used to this chat. Echoing for some reason. Give me 1 second, okay? Alright. Can you all hear me? Okay, let's get started. So first of all, I just want to talk about the job market. A little tired. I just got off work, so I'm a recruiter. So I think it was necessary for me to get on here to talk to everyone about the job market. The job market right now is crazy. There's layoffs like every day from 100 to thousands. Salesforce, the hospitals are laying off. There's so many different layoffs right now. And every time people go to work, they never know when it's going to happen to them. And that can be myself as a recruiter. A lot of people think just because you're a recruiter and you're recruiting top talent, that it doesn't affect you. But let's start with the job market and how to find a job. Because when you lose your job, a lot of people panic. First thing they think is, "Oh, what's gonna happen? I'm never gonna get another job again. I had this job for 20 years. I had this job for 30 years." You will bounce back, believe me. I have encountered in my lifetime 3 different layoffs. I remember working for Detroit Public Schools. I worked for them for probably 5 years, and I was laid off. Then they called me back. I did return back, and, um I believe I was laid off again. It was like 2 different, and I kept going back. I thought my world was done, but it was not. So I just wanna encourage everybody, those who are in jobs and those who just have a hard time right now, who have been laid off. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is. So I think, first of all, I want you to do is just assess where you are in your career. And if you need to upskill, like take certain certifications, take different classes in order to improve your skills, do that. Also, talk to your friends, your family, and coworkers that work at organizations in which you want to work. You'd be surprised. Every company, just because they having layoffs, they are still hiring. So reach out to your family, your friends, because the word of mouth is everything. Also, if you're a college graduate, I would encourage you to participate in an internship program. Internships can turn out to be a full career for you. I've known people that college students that graduate students, undergrad students, they actually came to my company and worked as interns for as little as maybe 4 months to a year, and they're currently now direct hires. So I just want to encourage you to do internships. Those are really important. That experience counts because you have hands-on experience at the job. And also, we talked about networking, with reach out to your coworkers, reach out to your friends, volunteer. If it's taking too long to get a job, do some volunteer. I mean, something that you're passionate about. I'm not saying just go out here and do anything, but if it's something that you're passionate about, do some volunteer work. That's very important as well. I recall when I was laid off, excuse me, years ago, the first thing I did was I was upskilling, first of all, back to school for broadcast journalism. I thought I wanted to do that. So what I did an internship for about 2 years. I worked at WTO News for about 2 years until I did get the job that I wanted. So, and a lot of times we have to take a lower pay in order to get the higher pay. I worked at a civil engineering firm before, and I remember I was laid off after 6 years, and a headhunter contacted me, and they asked me if I wanted to work at a nuclear plant. I had never worked at a nuclear before in my life, and I said, "How did you even find me? How did you find my resume?" So they were like, "Well, we work for engineering firm, nuclear plant. They have engineers there, and we need someone to work as a business manager." So I said, "Sure." And actually, the pay was much lower than when I worked. It was much lower when I worked at the nuclear plant than I did at the engineering firm. But you have to start somewhere. So I think if you start somewhere, even if it's lower pay, you still have your benefits, still can pay your bills, and you struggle, believe me. But you can pay your bills, you still have your insurance, you can, get your medical appointments and things like that. So I think just don't always look for the mighty dollar at first, even if you made a lot before. Because I was like, "How am I gonna survive on half of my income?" You can do it. You can survive on half of your income. It'll be a little struggle, but sometimes, and this was before COVID, so it was prior to COVID, so I remember I turned off my cable because it wasn't remote work, so I didn't need my cable. So certain things you give up, even if you work lower pay until you get a higher pay. So I turned off my cable. I didn't eat out a lot. These are sacrifices that you have to make until you get to the higher pay. And, but don't give up. I just wanna get on here. I wanna encourage you because I've been in 3 different layoffs and I just want to encourage you to let you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and, talk to your coworkers and talk to your friends and your family. There are opportunities out, and if you're interested in any of the positions where I work, I'll put a link down in the chat. That way you can, reach out to my company as well. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat because I think it's very important. We hire all the utility, so I think it's important that you look at search other companies. Don't limit yourself to just where you work. Even like IT, I know a lot of those jobs are going away because of artificial intelligence and AI, but don't give up. There are job opportunities out there. And even before I became a recruiter, before I became a recruiter, I still I would, you know